Hello and welcome to the Hidden Scriptorium, where we journey through the candlelit corridors of medieval monasteries, unearthing the stories etched into ancient manuscripts. Today we're diving deeper than ever before, spotlighting three legendary works that shaped art, faith, and scholarship for centuries. Along the way, we'll back up every tale with actual sources, so you can keep exploring on your own. Ready to step into the flickering glow of history? Let's begin. Our first stop is the Book of Kells, revered as one of the most stunning examples of insular art, a style that emerged in the British Isles around the 7th century. Scholars generally date the Book of Kells to around 800 AD, though debate persists over the precise timeline and monastery of origin. One theory suggests it was started on the tiny island of Iona off the west coast of Scotland, then moved for safekeeping to the town of Kells in Ireland following Viking raids. Regardless of its exact path, the manuscript eventually found its way to Trinity College, Dublin, where it now resides under careful preservation. When people think of the Book of Kells, they often conjure images of lavishly illustrated pages glowing with gold leaf, precious pigments, and intricate Celtic knots. Each page is calfskin vellum, painstakingly prepared and cut to size. What makes it truly remarkable are the elaborate illustrations on pages like the famous Chi Rho, the Greek letters representing Christ's name. Swirling motifs fill nearly every corner, fusing Christian iconography with Celtic spirals and zoomorphic designs. The color palette is striking, featuring deep blues, vibrant reds, and shimmering gold details. Legend says the illustrations were so exquisite that monks believed they were guided by divine inspiration. In reality, the artistry likely demanded months, if not years, of labor, done by several skilled scribes and artists. Pages sometimes reveal corrections where the scribes updated text or an artist reworked design elements for aesthetic harmony. According to Bernard Meehan, author of the Book of Kells, the level of microscopic detailing suggests the use of magnifying instruments. Even with candlelight and basic tools, these monks achieved results that remain breathtaking to modern eyes. If you'd like to dive deeper, Trinity College Dublin hosts both a physical exhibit and an online portal featuring images and background essays. Scholars continue to analyze marginal notes, pigment compositions, and script styles, offering new insights into how medieval religious communities viewed and produced such masterpieces. Next, we move to Northumbria, specifically the holy island of Lindisfarne. During the early 8th century, this tidal island was home to a dedicated monastic community whose influence spread throughout the region. The Lindisfarne Gospels date to around 715 to 720 AD, attributed primarily to a single monk named Eadfrith, who would later become Bishop of Lindisfarne. The British Library currently safeguards the manuscript under the shelf mark Cotton MS Nero D.4, though it's famously known as the Lindisfarne Gospels. The Gospels stand out for their carpet pages, full-page illustrations resembling richly woven carpets. Interlacing lines, stylized animals, and crosses fill the layout. Each carpet page precedes a gospel text, setting a reverent mood before readers delve into biblical passages. Illuminated incipit pages, introductions to each gospel, feature large decorated letters that highlight the opening lines of Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John. In fact, the ornamental approach to lettering here influenced script styles across centuries. Eadfrith's dedication is visible in every brushstroke. Art historians believe that he alone might have handled both text and artwork, a colossal undertaking by any standard. A later colophon credits additional work to other figures, possibly for binding or final touches, but the majority remains Eadfrith's labor of devotion. It's also worth noting that the Lindisfarne Gospels were produced during a tumultuous period of Viking raids, further underscoring how remarkable it is that the manuscript survived at all. While the Lindisfarne Gospels are more formal than some manuscripts, you can find signs of the scribe's meticulous revision. Subtle pinpricks and ruling lines show how Eadfrith planned spacing and alignment. Research from the British Library points to minor corrections in the text, likely slip-ups corrected by scraping off the ink and rewriting. Unlike more playful manuscripts that feature comedic doodles, the Lindisfarne Gospels maintain a dignified aesthetic, reflecting the solemn purpose of the book. For deeper insights, check out the British Library's digitized collection, which offers high-resolution images. The monograph, The Painted Labyrinth, The World of the Lindisfarne Gospels, by Michelle P. Brown is another great resource. You'll discover how Eadfrith combined Celtic, Roman, Germanic, and Byzantine influences, a tapestry of cultures shaping this spiritual artwork. Finally, let's jump forward to the early 15th century for a distinctly different kind of manuscript, the Très Riches Heures du Duc de Berry. Unlike the monastic settings of our previous examples, this Book of Hours was commissioned by John, Duke of Berry, an influential French noble, avid art collector, and younger brother to King Charles V of France. The term heures means hours, indicating a devotional book containing prayers to be recited at the canonical hours. Far from the insular world of monks, this manuscript flourished under princely patronage, reflecting the glittering extravagance of the Valois court. The manuscript is primarily attributed to the Limbourg brothers, Paul, Hermann, and Jean, renowned for their refined miniatures. They began work around 1412-1416, though they never fully completed it before their untimely deaths, possibly from plague. Later artists finished some sections, giving the manuscript layers of style. Today, this masterpiece is housed in the Musée Condé in Chantilly, France, and revered for its detailed calendar illustrations of medieval life, one for each month. Whether it's peasants toiling in fields or courtiers feasting in lavish halls, these vignettes capture the social fabric of 15th century France in breathtaking detail. Très Riches translates to very rich, which is no exaggeration. Glistening gold leaf, ultramarine blues from lapis lazuli, and an array of vivid pigments adorn each page. The Duke of Berry spared no expense, making this Book of Hours both a spiritual guide and a status symbol. Each calendar page includes zodiac symbols and detailed backdrops showing real-life castles and landscapes belonging to the Duke. For instance, the month of January features a grand New Year's feast, complete with John of Berry at the table, demonstrating both piety and opulence. Beyond its religious function, the Très Riches Heures acts as a time capsule. Through these miniatures, we glimpse the clothing, architecture, and agricultural cycles of late medieval France. Historians glean insights into class structure, labor practices, and festive traditions. The calendar pages remain some of the most reproduced medieval images, often showcased in art history texts. Look closely enough, and you'll spot intimate details, watchful dogs at a banquet, or peasants warming their hands by a fire. The manuscript bridges the gap between sacred devotion and the worldly pursuits of nobility. While the original resides at the Musée Condé, you can explore partial digital scans and scholarly essays through resources like Encyclopaedia Britannica. Art historian Millard Mice wrote extensively about the Limbourg brothers, offering critical analysis of their techniques, use of color, and the patronage system under which they worked. We've now journeyed through 3 distinct manuscripts, each reflecting a unique facet of medieval culture. From the monastic dedication seen in the Book of Kells to the cross-cultural artistry of the Lindisfarne Gospels, and finally, the princely splendor of the Très Riches Heures du Duc de Berry. These books reveal so much more than religious texts. They're windows into the personalities, fears, joys, and artistic aspirations of a time when producing a single manuscript could take years of an artisan's life. If today's deeper dive sparked your curiosity, here are a few ideas. Explore digitized collections. Visit the British Library, Trinity College Dublin, or the Musée Condé online resources to see high-res images. Read scholarly works, seek out Bernard Meehan, Michelle P. Brown, and Millard Mice for a deeper scholarly perspective. Share your thoughts. Leave a comment. Which manuscript do you find most captivating? Is it the illuminated swirl of Celtic knots, the precise geometry of insular script, or the courtly flair of the French Gothic style? Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed stepping into these illuminated pages. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the Hidden Scriptorium for more journeys into the past, where we'll uncover scribal secrets, marginal doodles, and the centuries-old devotion that keeps history alive. Until next time, may these radiant manuscripts continue to illuminate your day, just as they did for monks, lords, and countless readers across the ages.